Welcome back to my channel, Techno Trend Zone. As we dive deeper into the realm of Apple's software ecosystem, we can't help but ask the burning question: is Apple finally adding macOS features to the iPad? Over the years, many iPad users have been holding out hope that Apple would bridge the gap between iPadOS and macOS, making the iPad a more powerful and flexible tool. And with whispers surrounding iPadOS 19, it seems like Apple might be inching closer to making this a reality. Recent reports from credible sources like Bloomberg's Mark Gurman and well-known leakers suggest that iPadOS 19 could bring several macOS-like features to the iPad, especially in the areas of productivity, multitasking, and app window management. While we don't have all the specifics yet, these rumors indicate that Apple may be addressing some of the long-standing limitations of iPad multitasking. Right now, iPadOS restricts how we interact with multiple windows. For example, Apple tends to limit how apps can be resized or moved around on the screen. But iPadOS 19 could be breaking those boundaries. According to some leaks, iPads running this update may be able to have windows that overlap, move freely, and potentially extend off-screen, mimicking the more fluid window management we're accustomed to on macOS. For power users who've long awaited more desktop-like capabilities on the iPad, this could be a game changer. These changes might allow for an experience that's more in line with the capabilities of a Mac, while maintaining the familiar touch interface that makes the iPad unique. But here's where things get even more intriguing. Majin Buu, a reliable leaker, shared that iPadOS 19 could bring a Mac-like menu bar to the iPad when connected to the Magic Keyboard. That's right, imagine your iPad, docked to its keyboard, showing a full menu bar similar to the one seen on Macs. This could bring standard macOS features, such as file, edit, and view options to the iPad, allowing you to navigate your apps and files in ways that feel more desktop-like. But will the menu bar just show basic functions, or will it allow for the same customization seen in macOS? It could be fascinating to see options like pinned apps on the top right corner of the screen, giving users quick access to functions like Control Center or even task management tools. As much as these updates are exciting, they still feel like Apple is testing the waters rather than fully embracing the idea of running macOS on iPad Pro models. For years, I've been asking Apple to allow users to toggle between iPadOS and macOS when docked to a keyboard. Imagine being able to switch between the simplicity and portability of iPadOS and the full power of macOS for more intense workflows. A seamless toggle that would make the iPad even more versatile. Yet, we may still be far from a full macOS experience on the iPad. The latest rumors suggest that Apple might bring more macOS-style features to iPadOS rather than a complete switch to macOS itself. Features like the menu bar and stage manager might bring iPadOS closer to its desktop counterpart, but it seems like macOS might remain off-limits for now. Interestingly, there are also rumors about iPhoneOS 19 and how it could bring stage manager capabilities to iPhones with a USB-C port. Leakers suggest that when an iPhone with a USB-C port connects to an external display, users might be able to multitask just like on an iPad, opening multiple apps in a stage manager-like interface. While this could be similar to Samsung's DeX mode, which turns your phone into a desktop-like experience when connected to a monitor, it remains to be seen how well it will function in real-world scenarios. This update could be limited to iPhone 15 Pro models or newer, but Apple may choose to extend this feature to more devices, allowing a larger user base to benefit from enhanced multitasking on the go. This would be a huge leap in the mobile ecosystem, blurring the lines between phones and desktop computers. But again, the experience might be more limited compared to what's available on the iPad, so it's something we'll have to watch closely. Ultimately, macOS-like features on the iPad and iPhoneOS 19 could completely redefine the way we think about Apple's mobile devices. With an impending WWDC keynote scheduled for June 9th, we're just around the corner from seeing these rumored updates in action. Will Apple surprise us with a more robust macOS-style interface? Or will we see incremental improvements to multitasking, productivity tools, and app window management? As we eagerly await the official announcements, it's clear that Apple is stepping up its game when it comes to blending the lines between iPads, Macs, and iPhones. If these rumors hold true, iPadOS 19 might make the iPad the ultimate device for productivity, creative workflows, and everything in between. But I want to know what you think. What macOS-like features would you love to see come to the iPad? Do you think the Magic Keyboard will unlock more desktop-like functionality? Or do you prefer Apple to keep iPadOS as it is, a unique experience separate from macOS? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in, and be sure to check back for more updates on the latest Apple news, tech rumors, and everything in between. Catch you in the next one.